Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. Thanks to all the supporters that have subscribed to my channel, and for the new people stopping by, if you like the content, please hit like or subscribe button. So a quick intro about myself and this channel. I have a full-time job, so this channel is done for fun, just on my spare time. I'm not here to make any money off of YouTube, and for me, I just want to share my knowledge and enjoy having discussions with the community. So, I've been gaming since the early 80s, and now that in my adulthood, I pretty much own every home console since then. So my content here is majority around the gaming industry and also the tech field. So, I hope to share my knowledge with the rest of you. And if you find it useful or helpful to achieve whatever career path you guys are pursuing, then great, man, I'm happy for you. So the videos will be based off of data and facts. I'm not gonna I'll definitely have my perspective and my opinion on things, but one of the things I want to give is a business perspective on the tech and the gaming industry. So hopefully you'll find my content and the knowledge that I'm presenting and my perspective pretty beneficial to you. So in my last video regarding remote play and how to set that up also on your Android device, I got a lot of views and got a lot of comments and interaction with the community. So for this video, we're going to be looking at GamePass and how do we sideload GamePass onto the new Google Chrome Google TV unit. It's a 4K unit, and I have it here in my studio, and we're definitely going to open this up and we're going to go through the steps on how to sideload GamePass onto it. Now, bear in mind that GamePass is not really meant for this device, and with like several other Android devices, you can definitely put it into developer mode and sideload unauthorized apps onto the unit. The question will be, how well does the new Google Chromecast Google TV unit handle the game streaming from xCloud, right? So it'll be interesting to see the performance. I have a feeling that we're probably going to run into several bugs here and there just because the application really isn't meant for this particular device, but it'll be nice to kind of show you guys how to sideload it and test it yourself. So if you are a tinker like myself and you want to test it out and you're okay with it being buggy, freezing up and locking and things like that it might exhibit, then definitely watch my video and I'll show you how to do so. And if you have any successes or any failures with it, definitely make a comment down and I'll help you as best as I can. The interesting note is that this particular unit doesn't even support Stadia, not until 2021. So it'll be interesting to see how well the Game Pass app actually works on this unit. And maybe there's a reason why Stadia isn't available on the Chromecast right now. So with that, let's go ahead and start with unboxing the unit and seeing what do we get out of the box. So I'm going to speed through the unboxing of the Chromecast. What you're going to get from the unit is the actual unit itself, a Bluetooth remote controller that's very similar to my Roku remote. And you're going to get a USB charger. But the unit is USB-C, so you'll get actually a USB-A to USB-C cable. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty plain and simple. It's definitely a little bit bigger than the old Chromecast, but it's when you plug this behind your TV, you're not going to notice it. I got the Snow version. To me, I don't think there's really a preference with color because this unit's going to be behind your TV. You're not really going to see it. And if we want to run down the specs real quick, what the Google Chromecast, the new unit, does is it supports 4K at 60 frames, supports all the HDR formats, so HDR 10, 10 Plus, and Dolby Vision. And then in terms of audio, it does all the Dolby Digital Plus and the Atmos. But that's the unit when you're utilizing the way it's supposed to be, which is using it as a Google TV interface. And I'll probably make a video on just my kind of like impressions of the unit using as a streaming media device. But in terms of horsepower, though, it uses an AM Logic S90 5D3. Basically what that is a 1.9 gigahertz quad core ARM Cortex A55 CPU in there, and the GPU is a Mali G31 MP2 GPU, and it only has 2 gigs of RAM. And 8 gigs of storage. So the 2 gigs of RAM, it's definitely on the low end tier compared to my Google Pixel 3 XL that's running Game Pass, and the Game Pass app is meant for the mobile device. So it's going to be interesting to see how well Game Pass runs on the Chromecast, on the new Chromecast, because I think the RAM is going to be a problem here. Even though it's streaming the video, the games from Microsoft's xCloud servers, there's still, I believe, based on the code, there's got to be something that's being utilized from a GPU and RAM perspective on the actual unit in order for it to kind of keep up with the streaming information that's coming through, even though it's going to be very minimal processing at the edge, right? But still, it's going to be interesting. So let's go into the next steps here of us plugging this in and powering it up, and then I'm going to do a video capture of the whole setup. So once you power up your Chromecast, just go through the basic setup with the Google Home app, and it's going to run through a bunch of updates. So just go ahead and do that. And once you're done, you're going to need to log in with your Google account. Once you're logged in with your Google account, and you're in the dashboard of the Google TV Chromecast, go ahead and scroll over to your account, and then hit the right button, and it'll give you a settings option. Go into the settings and scroll down to System and go to About, and then scroll all the way down to the Android TV OS build. And there you're going to need to click it 7 times. And once you click it 7 times, you're in developer mode, and that's going to be the first critical piece that you need to do. The next thing that we want to set up is we want to pair our Bluetooth controller to the Chromecast, the Google TV Chromecast. So whether you have a Xbox controller or a PlayStation 4 or any Bluetooth controller, so I'm going to be pairing mine with an Xbox controller. So what you need to go to is, while you're in the settings, if you scroll down to remotes and accessories, and in remote and accessories, just hit the pair remote or accessory button. And once you do that, it's going to search for your Bluetooth device. So go ahead and power on your Xbox controller, and then hit the sync button on top. Hold down on that sync button, so then if the Xbox logo on the controller starts flashing really quickly, it's in pairing mode. And then what you're going to see is the new Google Chromecast is going to see that particular controller. You go ahead and choose it and hit pair and accept it, and now your Xbox controller is paired to your Chromecast. So it's going to be ready to go when you sideload Game Pass. So in the next step, we need to get the Game Pass APK file onto the Chromecast. So in order to do so, go back to the home menu and scroll over to the app section. And then from there, what we're going to do is we're going to search for an app on the App Store, and type in send file to TV. You're going to get a couple of results when you search for the send files to TV, but the app is the one with the 2 arrows going in opposite direction. So that is the app that you want to go ahead and download. So go ahead and click on that and install that onto your Chromecast Google TV. You're also going to have to do the same thing on your mobile phone. So go to the App Store on your mobile device and download the same app. The next step now is to download the correct APK file onto your mobile device. So what I did is I went to apkmirror.com and I searched for Game Pass, and you're going to see several packages for Game Pass on Android on the website. And the one that I found that actually works on the new Google TV is the package that has the word ARM EABI V7A. So there's an ARM64 version, and then there's an ARM EABI. The ARM EABI is the one that you want to get. Before you can send the file to your Google TV, you have to go now open up the app, the Send to File app on the Google TV, and choose Receive. Now the app is in receive mode. Go ahead and now open up the app on your mobile device and choose Send, and then browse for the file that you just downloaded, the APK file, in your Android directory. Once you choose that particular file and you confirm it, it's going to search for your Chromecast. And what you'll see is you'll see the Chromecast listed there. Choose that as the destination of choice. And once you click on that, it should start downloading the file or sending the file to your Chromecast Google TV. So then now look at your Chromecast Google TV with the app in receive mode. You'll actually now see the file being populated, and it'll let you know if it's been succeeded or successfully downloaded onto the Google TV unit. So I ran into a problem with the send files to TV app where once it received the file, it couldn't open up the file. So I ended up downloading a different application on the Google TV to actually run the program, the APK files. So I went and searched for an app called File Commander. So I installed that. And then the other thing also is now that you've enabled developer mode, you need to give the file commander permissions to run unsigned code. So you got to go back into your settings and your apps and your security, and you're going to scroll over, I believe, 2 tabs, and you're going to see the file commander listed there, but it's not enabled to install unsigned, third-party, applications. So go ahead and enable that, and that's going to allow file commander now to browse the APK file that we just downloaded to the Google TV, and it'll be able to install the APK onto there successfully. So now open up File Commander and browse over to the location of the APK file for GamePass. And all you have to do now is click on it and hit Run or Open, and it'll pop up a message saying, hey, do you want to install this program? Go ahead and install it. And once you're done installing, it'll say successfully installed, and you're good to go now. And one thing that I found is that it doesn't have the like an icon or a tile for Game Pass on the home screen. So in order to open up the Game Pass app, you're going to have to go into the settings menu again. So if you go into the settings menu and browse in apps, and show all, you'll be able to see the Game Pass. Scroll down and look for the Game Pass app, and then from there click open, and you'll be able to launch Game Pass from the Google TV. Now you guys have the steps on how to sideload the Game Pass app onto the new Google Chromecast Google TV device. So from here, try it out. Let me know if you guys are successful with it. Test all the games and, post some comments down on the video. For me, I was able to, play a few games, and the rest of this video, I'll actually show some of the gameplay on one of the sessions that I did with multiple games on Game Pass on the actual Chromecast. What I did find was, through the menu system, because this app is not designed for the Chromecast right now, you're going to have some bugs. I was able to navigate through the menu pretty fine. It was easy to launch games if they had a quick launch on the actual menu. But if you had to go into a game description and try to navigate to the play button, you had mixed bags here. I've had sometimes very good successful launches of games where it found my cursor, and other games I couldn't get it to find the cursor to hit the play button. But other than that, the only other quirks I found was maybe the music, and you guys can hear in the capture that I got, the music's not as clear as it is, and it's probably because, again, it's not meant to be running on this Chromecast device. But yeah, other than that, the only 2 games I've ran into issues with it locking up was Bloodstain and Ori. So halfway through Ori, it would lock up and freeze, but for the most part, most of the other games ran pretty fine. So I don't know if it's because of the hardware, if it runs too hot and it locks up, or if it's the connection to the server. Sometimes you'll get a connection error, but go ahead and try to launch it again several times. It's fine connecting on my mobile device, but on the Chromecast, I find that it doesn't connect right away. So I don't know if it's because it's the Wi-Fi radio that's on the Chromecast, but yeah, other than that, hopefully you guys have fun playing around with this particular app on the Chromecast, and if definitely shows a lot of promise. So if Microsoft decided to really support the Chromecast and optimize the app for the device, I think this could be a winner here. I plan to have some of these newer devices on my other TVs, and I think the biggest thing is that TV manufacturers are going to have Google TV built into their TVs in the future. So when they have that and you're able to play an app like Game Pass on those TV, it's going to be a very value proposition to the consumer. So let's cross our fingers and hope Microsoft will officially support Google TV with the Game Pass app, and it would be a great opportunity or accessibility for a lot of people to try out games on Game Pass. And in a couple of years, when Microsoft switches the servers, because right now the xCloud servers on Game Pass, where it's streaming, it's utilizing the Xbox One S blades, right? A bunch of blades with Xbox One S, and Microsoft did state that they were going to replace those with the Series X motherboards and chipsets for the future. So imagine in a few years when they roll that over, not only are you going to get fast loading, but you're going to have some really cool games that you can stream from the cloud straight into your TV without having a console. So I think that's the long game that Microsoft's trying to play, and whether they do it with Google or they do it with another company, let's wait and see. I think that partnership with Samsung and the mobile devices, that could be their way into a lot of Samsung TVs. So, we'll have to just wait and see. But yeah, other than that, I also forgot to mention the latency on the controls. I didn't really feel a lot latency. So with some of the games, I felt it was very responsive. So I just want to kind of throw that information out there for you guys. So if you guys run into latency with controls, then let me know and post that in the comments, and we can kind of trade notes, right? So thank you guys for stopping by. The rest of the video is going to have game capture of my gameplay on the Google Chromecast Google TV, running the Game Pass app that we sideloaded. So, all right, guys, have a great day.
Battle? You're alive, Guardian. Fight like it. Be safe out there, Guardian. Crucible gets harsher every day. It has to. I make sure of it.
Okay, Noodle. I have disabled head-to-head for you.